Hello, welcome to the Grim North, a D&D game set in the modern-day city of Cresta, a loving parody of the city we get to call home, Manchester. My name is Miss, and I'll be your games master, and I have with me some awesome players. Introducing Zoe.
Hi.
Terran.
Yo.
Yaz.
Hiya.
And Elaine.
Hi, I'm that boy of the group.
You all excited?
Absolutely. Let's go.
I'm terrified.
This is our first episode, and we have a run of 6 dropping on YouTube over the next 3 months. This is our first season, the Cresta Files, and if you like it, we will do more. So please like, share, and subscribe. All that good stuff. So, let's begin.
The city of Cresta sits under a persistent cloud, the oppressive rain lashing down on its inhabitants. The citizens working for the conglomerate of industrialists, rulers of this metropolis powered by warpstone. From the daytime drudgery to the neon nightlife, crime persists throughout. Trickling down from the corporate offices and glass towers to the sewers carved into the bedrock. Aloysius Grimm has been charged with forming a team of investigators to tackle the problems the city guards cannot. Murder, monsters, magic and mayhem. Welcome to the Grim North.
Once, during the Industrial Revolution, driven by the power of warpstone, Cresta was a major city in the world. Now the year is 2024, and Cresta is a city worn down and worn out. Chairman Dunsinane presides over this once great powerhouse of the North, as it becomes increasingly disregarded by the southern cities. As the economy fails, central authority raises taxes, and a world recovers from a devastating contagion, crime is rife, and Dunsinane's city guard are floundering, failing to protect the citizens of Cresta. Many of the established businesses, Medea City, Loomis Textiles, Braytomax and others, dissatisfied with Dunsinane and the Cresta City Council, they have formed a conglomerate. Their solution to the city's ills: to recruit a former chief of the Cresta City Guard, Aloysius Grimm. Recalled from retirement, Aloysius has formed Grimm Investigations, a series of teams trained and equipped to take on the cases forgotten by the official forces. These are the tales of one such team. To introduce the team, I have a simple question for you all. What was your commute to work like? We'll start with Zoe.
I think Wicca's commute to work is she leaves home in the morning. She's got a big, sort of comfortable headphones on with very, very loud music blaring out of them. And she's walking sort of slowly towards the warpstone trams, not really paying attention to much and just sort of enjoying the Cresta rain.
Okay, then we'll go to Terran and Dizzy.
Oh boy. Pretty simple, actually. There's just like, for anybody who's in the building, the loud banging of stuff upstairs as a 6-foot-something half-orc mess of a woman is just like, even though she lives at work, struggling to get up on time and make it downstairs. And so there's just sort of a running footsteps back and forth, big red hair is going everywhere. She's like trying to tie, not doing a very good job of it because some of it got burnt last night in an experiment. But yeah, she lives at work at the moment. It's a thing. We'll get into it.
Okay, moving on to Yaz and Jail.
So Jail, because last night's schedule was quite busy, he's decided to stay over at the barber shop, the Barbarian. So he's very meticulous about the way he sets things up. He's checked the schedule. He's got a busy day ahead, and you know, because he's not going to be there at the barber shop to look after things, he's left it all to his apprentice. So what he's done is he's replaced all the oils. He's topped up all the equipment. Clippers and everything, and he's even checked the schedule. He's crossed out whoever's not going to turn up, and then he closes up shop a ball is kicked in his direction, he kicks it up, kicks it back to the kids. He's quite popular with the kids. I mean, he's a popular guy, yeah. And then he coolly strolls off to work.
So Guy Ritchie movie.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, he's a cool dude, what can I say?
He's a cool dude. And Elaine, how's Arkezza?
So our Keza is just finished up at the local Prestos for her morning job, and is making her way back home. She's got like 4 massive shopping bags, like 2 in like the crooks of her elbows, like 2 in hands, which is quite a funny sight to see when it's a small red little kobold lady toddling down the street. She pops in quickly in next door and bangs on the door for Doris, her neighbour. Drops off 1 bag of shopping at hers before popping into the house herself. Does a quick change from her Presto's uniform, puts on a dressing gown because cost of living down the street. We'll put the heating on. She puts on her dressing gown, tracky bottoms, puts 1 lot of shopping in the fridge before heading back out the door with these 2 leftover bags and toddling off to the Warpstone tram to make her way to the office.
We'll start with you, Elaine. As Keza gets onto the Warpstone tram, Warpstone trams being rather more rickety than the ones that we know in Manchester. They're basically just open platforms with a clothing rail on them.
Okay.
Most people who commute via the tram all have little hooks attached to on elastic to their waistbands, and as they hop onto the tram, they just hook up and put onto the little frame. Cool. Health and safety is not really a concern in the world of Cresta. The Warpstone trams are powered by Warpstone, these yellow rocks that are all over the city, charging everything up. And they just give electricity to everything that works. That you are very, very familiar with Warpstone. And it'll take you off into the city. It's only a few stops to get you from Boozetown into the mill, which is the Grimm offices. Now, these are basically a new build attached to an old build. It's converted one of the old mills of Cresta City that have been converted into this set of offices for many different businesses. There's a real mix of new superimposed on old. There is some really old window frames that are single pane and let all the cold in. There's really old piping and radiators that are all brass, but a lovely brand new chrome elevator. And some piping that's sitting over the top of all the old piping that's just lovely and fresh and clean. It's a really weird mix of new and old. That's exactly what the city of Cresta is like. So, as you 3 enter into the building and greet each other, and then go up into the offices and meet our Dizzy, who's come down from the flat above.
Oh, God. Oh. Hey. Hi. Hello. Hi, everyone. Good morning again. Hi.
Hi, Diz.
Hi.
You all right?
Yep, I'm fine. On time. On time today.
I got you. Pull these donuts, yellow label, because I heard that people from the colonies like donuts.
Do you all not have donuts here?
No, that is donuts. That's but I heard that you like them for breakfast. We usually have them later on in the day.
I mean, I'm partial to a bit of oats myself, but sure, thank you, absolutely.
Right, they were on sale though.
Are they?
They're good.
Are they sale?
Just how yellow sticker are these donuts?
Yellow sticker means nothing to Dizzy. Dizzy's been in the country for 2 weeks. It means nothing to her. She's just like, free donut.
How's everyone else doing?
I'll go stick kettle on, shall I?
Oh, I'd love a brew. I'd love a brew.
One.
Oh, I'll get a brew.
You know, Diz, you really could do with a trim. I'm just saying it's on the house.
I mean, you know, maybe. Kind of partial to it the way it is.
I mean, I'm not going to obviously force you, but I'm just saying we've got a barber chair right there, and it really does infuriate me.
He can't.
Scott, why is it burnt?
I could make her look so much better.
Right.
He makes it seem like a threat.
Like, yeah, he's not going to force it, but
It's kind of.
he's kind of adamant. He's got in your head. I mean, I like the singed bit. It's a good look on you.
It's just, I mean, you know, it's a bit of character.
Carrot.
Leave my hair alone.
How many sugars we having? Tea? What do you want?
I'll have just the one, please.
1 sugar?
4.
Right.
I don't really like tea. I just drink it to be polite.
Well, you know, we can always... You don't like tea?
Well, I've been experimenting, and I actually read this thing. I was trying it out, and have y'all ever tried adding a bit of salt to your tea?
This person's a monster.
Wiz's coming over with a tray with a little bowl of like sugar on it, and it just sort of stops and goes, "No, I'm absolutely not going back and getting the salt. Absolutely not."
Keza is horrified by this idea that you would put salt in tea. What monster would do such a thing to ruin such a delicious, delicious beverage?
Not that bad. I'm just saying.
So, as you're all chatting in the rec room and getting yourselves a good beverage. Beverage, because I'm fancy.
So am I with my salty tea.
At that point, the secretary, who you all recognise, Hilda Hexblood, she's a tiefling with blue skin, an elderly lady, shall we say. She's got a bit of a blue rinse perm going on between those horns, glasses on a pair of string, and a clipboard. She's a very officious lady. And as she comes in to look at you all, down her nose as usual.
Morning, Hilda.
Hello, Wicker. Hello, Dizzy.
Yep.
Hello, Jael.
Right, Elves.
All right.
Hello, Kaza. I'm glad to see you've all arrived this morning. Mr. Grimm would like to see you. Please make your way into the office.
All right. Al wants to speak with us, guys.
Sure.
See what the big man wants.
As you make...
Slurping. Just one go, just shooting it back.
Just, it's like, that's hot.
So hot.
So hot.
Just screwed it.
Hilda leads you into the office. It's all mahogany, beautiful leather, great bookcases with lots of... It's an old man's room. But behind the desk is an empty leather chair in which Hilda sits.
Is Grimm not coming in today?
Mr. Grimm has his own offices. He will not be here to see you. However, yes, that's him now. And the phone starts ringing.
Oh.
Hello, Mr. Grimm? Oh, yes, they have arrived. They're here and ready for you for the briefing. Yes, is that the case you want them to take? Are you sure they're ready for it? Very well, sir. I'll inform them of everything they need to do. Thank you. Mr. Grimm has a case for you.
Oh, right.
Happy days.
You didn't seem particularly thrilled about it.
Well, this involves going out into the countryside, the rugged mountains. And she explains to you the brief of this mission. Basically, the Cresta Guard are only giving Grimm Investigations chicken feed kind of cases at the moment. There has been some reports of missing cats in Henogded. And you are to make your way up to Henogded in the rugged mountains.
I'm sorry, could I get that one more time?
Hen Oged
Hen Oged. Okay.
in the
Hen
Reged
Oged.
Mountains.
Mist, bless you.
Oh boy.
Yes, there's an odd collection of missing cat reports,
Right.
and you have been charged with investigating them.
Right.
Well, so before something a bit quicker, I've got some bookings late this evening.
Jail, I think you need to get your priorities straight. You assured us when you were signed up for this, you would be able to make sure that your barber shop was able to run on its own.
Look, I mean, it's not that I don't trust my apprentice, but he's a bit of a young lad, you know. He gets a bit overwhelmed, you know. So,
I think you'll find that's a you problem.
Are you looking for any other apprentices?
Yeah, I am actually.
Oh, my Arcane, you know, Arcane, my oldest son. He needs a job. So if you're looking for any apprentices, he'd be really good.
Yeah, bring it. He's a good lad. It's been a while since
yeah.
I've seen him, though.
Yeah, no, he is a good lad. Yeah.
Does he know how to? Does he know how to cut hair?
Well, that's you learn on the job, don't you? That's the thing.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, great. I'll let him know about that. He just stays at home playing 2 weeks all the time.
Do you know, it's really big with the youth, that 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, it's taken over the Ethernet.
He's been playing
Something rotten.
He's been playing 2 weeks for a fortnight.
stupid.
I love it.
And as Keza sets up her son with a little bit of work experience, we might get on with the mission. So, how do you guys want to tackle this?
Well, all right. Well, obviously Dizzy doesn't know because Dizzy doesn't know anything about Cresta and there within. How does one get to the Ragged Mountains? Sounds far.
So, actually, it is on the warp tram line. It would be the furthest out of the line, but you can get the warp tram out there into the mountains.
Okay, cool. So then, if that's common knowledge, then we'll everyone ready to go?
Yeah, Hilda, is there anything else, you know, right off the bat, other than it's just missing cats? Are they all going missing at the same kind of time of day, or...?
All we know is that there's been a lot of them, more than would be usual, but they are just cats.
Oh, and I don't suppose. Do we have a contact when we get there, or are we just kind of sort of walking around asking strangers, "Hey, cat gone missing"?
Well, I suppose that's really up to you. I suppose there will be a local Bobby up there, but we have no formal contact. How you go about this is up to you. I really don't care. But please, get it done, find out what you need to do, and come back and report to us.
I mean, do we have a description of these cats? Are we just looking for any
Small, furry, little paws. Kind of like a tabaxi with a growth problem.
a tabaxi like the ones on those cartoons?
Yes.
So we've got to find this cat burglar.
Oh. I'm fully writing that down. Cat burglar.
The case of the cat burglar. That's what this is now going to be known as.
There we go.
The case of the cat burglar.
Okay.
We got it.
For all that I saw in the briefing files and what Mr. Grimm has just told me is that there simply happens to be rather a lot of cats that have gone missing. And as you can appreciate, because I certainly would take the same view, it's not really worth the police's time. But I suppose that's what you lot are for. Please, chop chop.
Just gonna go before she has a chance to say anything else mean to me.
Thanks, Hilda. Yes, in a bit.
As we leave the room, I will say, it's all right. She's a right silly cow, that one.
You know, it just occurs to me now that we're outside and in a different room that when she answered the phone, she was like, "Oh, are you sure they're ready for that one?" And it's just looking for cats. She really does not have a high opinion of us.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't have a high opinion.
So, you're just going to make your way to the Warpstone tram? Anything you need to do to prep or consider?
I've done my usual artificer infusions for the day. So I've just got my my +1 crossbow.
Handy.
Ooh, and actually, I guess since we're starting, I should do my potion for the day, please.
Woo.
All right. Today we get resilience.
Yeah.
All right. So at some point today, we'll have a +1 bonus to AC for 10 minutes. Somebody. So
Ooh la la.
I'll write that down. I've got a resilience potion today.
How much is it?
10 minutes.
But how much of a plus is it?
+1.
Oh, okay. I thought you said +10 for a second. I was like, blooming heck.
For 1 minute. Oh my god.
We're not that level.
We are not that good yet.
So, you make your way to the Warpstone tram, and as I said, it's a very rickety experience. And as you get closer and closer to the mountains, it becomes a ricketier and colder experience. There's no real steep gradients. There are just several steps. There are different points where it comes onto a piece of track and just goes shjunk, click, click, and raises up horizontally.
Oh.
Locks into the next piece of
Lord.
track, carries on further, gets to another bit, clunk, clunk, and just raises up to the next level.
Both I and Dizzy are getting motion sickness now.
Like Keza doesn't use the clip things. She just like hangs on with her arms. I think she might have given hers to like Dizzy because I presume Dizzy wouldn't usually have one of these. So it's given her. She's just like hanging on with her arms.
Wicker's fully got hold of the back of like Kez's scruff. It's just like, right, Kez, no, you hang on to me. I'm clipped on. We can do this.
It's all right.
God,
I've got
it's
it.
cold.
I've got it.
Go. There's about 4 or 5 of these until you get really into top. Now it's really quite chilly. Thankfully, Jail's got a nice coat on. And there's a few of these different little mountaintop towns that you go through. The stations are actually quite pretty, and as you go through them, there's obviously a local competition going on between these guys where they try to have the best dressed train station, and there's lots of foul boxes and stuff like that. You are definitely not in the city anymore.
Oh, it's right nice out here, isn't it? Sort of swaying wildly on the tram.
Yeah, it's lovely.
And eventually you arrive at Hen Ogden. It's a mountainside a town, and it's really old. Like, it has none of the upgrades that Cresta has got. It's almost like stepping into a time warp. There are so many old buildings. There's even horses and carts going around.
Yikes.
It is not the city that you know and love. It is the outskirts, the farthest end. This is the end of the line.
All right, we got to solve this pussy problem, haven't we?
What's so funny about that?
Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing.
So, to solve the pussy problem.
We're adults.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay, so we get off the tram. Place old, horse carriage, no finery, no upgrades. So, is there a lovely little booth where I can talk to someone who maybe sells tickets and things?
Yeah. There's a really old booth. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Awesome.
Little gentleman, a little gnomish gentleman with a little train conductor's hat on.
Sweet. Yeah, I want to walk up to the booth. Hi there. How you doing today?
Very fine. Do you need a ticket?
No. We just arrived. So I'm a representative for a group known as the Grimm Investigations.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're just looking into your missing cat problem.
Oh, I lost my pussy. Yes.
I can't.
Was that quite recent? Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the name?
It was a boy cat, actually, a little tomcat.
Did it happen to look like a cartoon character?
No, it was a little tabby.
She lied to us, that Hilda.
So yes, he explains to you that there is the missing station cat is a little male tabby tomcat.
It's a station cat.
It's a station cat, so it doesn't
like
really
Oh,
doesn't really have
yeah.
an actual owner, but it's definitely taken up home, and it's a real sad thing because everybody who does commute from there into the city, because this is a nice place for people who are a little bit more wealthy, a little bit more, because there's some nice houses out in the hills up here, and they will come down to the train station and commute into the city for their big high-flying jobs in the skyscrapers, and then head off home back into the countryside. And they all like stroke the cat on the way there. It gets all its little treats. It is quite a fat cat.
It is very much like in Cholton there is like a cat that hangs around and transport. He's called Batcat because he looks like it's got like Batman like sort of like markings on it. So, it went missing for a while, and it was on all the newspapers.
Where do you think I got the plot story from?
Does the station cat have a name?
Station's cat's name is Felicity.
Felicity.
Which is a little bit strange because it is a boy cat, but we didn't realise that until after we named her.
It's hard to tell.
That's perfectly reasonable. Felicity can be anything he wants to be.
Absolutely.
Right. So besides the station cat, have you heard from other folks about sort of a string of cat burglaries, if you will?
There's a lot going on. I personally think it might be. I don't know where this accent's going, but personally, I think it might be the local takeaway shop.
Oh boy.
Okay.
All right.
And why
Yep.
do you think that?
Well, price of food these days.
Oh, 'cause he lives. Yeah.
I don't know how they're doing, but they're doing all right. And there's a lot of cats that's gone missing. I don't order food from there myself.
I do love a takeaway though.
Is it possible to roll an insight check on this guy and just see what the vibe I get off of his insane comment?
Yeah, fully the same. Can I do the same?
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You can all roll in insight, absolutely.
I'm suspicious that this guy's just racist.
Hey.
Hey, love that for me.
Yeah, as a group check to see if this guy's just a racist.
Anything over a 10?
21.
I got a.
Oh, wow.
I got a 12.
I rolled a 19. I did roll good. Thank you.
You don't get the sense that necessarily this person's a straight up racist. They're not. But they are bigoted, nervous, ready to blame anybody else, gossip mongery. It's just the random idea that's come into their head as what could be an explanation for all these cats going missing. Somebody who definitely puts 2 and 2 and gets 5. A little bit dim. Not mean, but just dim.
Got it.
So we're all in agreement that we're not going to go check the takeaway shop, right?
I don't think we should let him know that.
I mean, we could check the takeaway shop later when we're a bit hungry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That'd be a good idea.
Yes, well,
look at that.
what was the name of the takeaway that you think might be behind this?
Jonks Chippy.
Jonks.
Jonks Chippy.
Jonks or chonk?
Chonks.
Chunks.
Right.
How do you feel about drow or kobolds?
Just
So on a need to know basis that part of the investigation.
We've got some lovely kobold and drow folks round here.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
It's frosty
Just
over
walks
there,
off.
Jail.
Yeah.
Wow.
I got. Where can we find local Bobby?
The police station's just at the top of the hill. Well, not the
Top of the
top, but on the way.
Right, local Bobby, top of hill.
right.
What's the local Bobby's name?
Jimmy.
Jimmy the Bobby.
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 Jimmy the Bob.
Thanks for your time, sir. What
Bobby
was your
Jim.
name?
Jack the Gnome.
Jack the Gnome.
Jack the Gnome.
Jimmy the Bobby and
Sorry,
Jack the Gnome.
sorry, your name is Jack the Gnome.
Jack the Gnome. There's only one of me here.
Oh,
If anybody understands bigotry, it's me.
Okay.
It's a strong energy.
People are always looking down on me.
It's a strong energy.
As someone that is looking you in the eye, because I can't look down on you because we're pretty similar sizes.
Yeah, pretty-
I get it. But still no excuse, all right? You need to think about...
It's just very hard being a ticket officer.
All right.
All right, Jack, see you again.
Just
Bye,
leave
Jack.
this guy. I'll leave him just to cry.
Dizzy gets her notebook out and she's like, suspect number 1, Jack.
Can I just pull down the closed shutter in front of him? So just he can have a little cry to himself inside.
You just hear full on.
Or just leave him.
He's basically opened up an old filing cabinet, got in, closed it behind him, and started bawling his eyes out.
That's his break room.
I don't know that we have enough time to unpack Jack. Jack needs professional help.
Yeah.
He's suffering.
All
Jack
right,
needs
all
to
right.
talk to someone. My God.
All right, so top of the hill, Jimmy the Bobby.
Jimmy the Bobby. Bobby Jim.
Bobby Jim, let's go. Jimmy Bob, let's go.
Okay, you make your way up. Again, it is... If anybody remembers the Hovis advert with all like
Oh,
the
yeah.
cobbled streets, that's exactly what you're looking at here.
Hey, gang, you, me, the American audience, this isn't for us. It's fine.
Oh, this is bread.
As you make your way up this stupidly steep hill, your ankles start to burn because it is just a really horrible angle. All the pavement and the buildings are just giant chunks of rock for brick. And as you make your way up out of one of these buildings, there is a little sign that's popping out. It looks like it might have been illuminated on the inside at one point, but it's certainly not illuminated now. But you can clearly see in the daylight that it says police.
Okay.
As you make your way in, it is just like a really old school mahogany desk. And behind it, a gentleman with a hat shaped rather like a big blue boob. It just popped on his head.
I need
Is
a
that
minute.
your description of a police hat?
I mean,
That's why they do look like great big blue boobs with little silver nipples on top.
Oh boy.
I'm desperately trying to think of another shape, and I got nothing.
That's what they look like, old school policeman hats.
Well, Jail's going to walk in and go, blue bed.
He looks up to you. He's got that silly little chin strap that sits on the bottom lip, which you just don't understand why it's there.
Yep.
And he's fully suited and booted.
My guy.
Yeah, absolutely properly there, ready to. Probably a bit officious, because who's going to check? But he's there, ready behind the desk for you.
Miss, you've got to stop using words that I don't understand. I am not smart. Both me and my character.
Dizzy will head in.
Oh, hello. How can I help?
Howdy. Are you Jimmy?
I am Jimmy the Bobby.
Rat.
Bobby Jim.
No, my name's Jimmy. Thank you very much.
Who is it, Bobby? Jimmy. Bobby Jim. Me.
Bobby Jim does the weekends.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Well,
That doesn't make things confusing at all, does
No.
it? Right.
Jimmy, we're here on behalf of Grimm Investigations. We're investigating the string of missing cats you all have been having up here.
They've sent you lot.
Yeah. We've come to solve your pussy problem.
Just a quick question. How do you feel about Chong's Chippy?
It's a fine establishment. They do a very, very good kipper.
Okay. Yes, they did send us. I don't know how to handle this energy, but where may we begin? Where do you need some support in this matter?
Well, I'm glad they've sent somebody, but I would have thought the Cresta Guard would have gave us somebody, but I
You know-
suppose you lot will do.
It's actually really surprising the Cresta Guard's busy solving actual crimes, which is strange.
Well, I would have thought that the troubles of Hen Ogden are just as good as the people's in Cresta's problems. But we'll deal with what we have to deal with. So far, I've not been able to run around and make head nor tail of it myself.
Oh, because you can't find the cats.
I've not been able to find the cats. I've just been informed of many a cat gone missing. There's been 10 cats that's gone missing.
In sort of what time frame?
Over the past 3 months or so.
Okay.
I mean, I hate to be a negative Nancy, but it's, you know, not exactly like a cat a day or anything, right? I mean, it's a big place. Couldn't cats just sort of go missing on their own?
Cats do go missing all the time, and sometimes a kindly neighbour might feed them and look after them a little bit when they really shouldn't. But, you know, there are many cats who like to go wandering about the village. We're very cat friendly. There's lots of old cat ladies in our village.
That tracks.
All right.
However, we've had, as your professionals, I suppose I can let you in. We've had a development.
Okay.
All right.
Some people have started to go missing too.
That, yeah, maybe. Yeah. And again,
Yeah, could
Could-
led with that.
yeah, that might have got the Cresta Guard's attention just a little bit.
Well, it's only just started happening, but some of the owners of the cats have also started to disappear. And it's put the willies right up me, I have to say.
Is it sort of a one-for-one situation? Like if like each of the cat owners have gone missing, or do you have a number?
So far, we've only lost 10 cats that we know of. But that's a lot of cats.
Right, but the owners, I mean, how many of them have gone missing?
2 people have gone missing so far.
All right.
2.
And they were owners of these cats. Hilda, she's gone. Don't know where she is. It's not like her to go missing. We usually see her down the pub.
Hilda Expunge.
Not our Hilda.
Oh, different Hilda.
Different Hilda.
Not our Hilda. Okay.
Hilda from the hills.
Hilda from the hills.
Mind if it was
Hill-
but
Hilda with 2 L's. Hilda.
Hilda.
Stupid.
2 L's. 2 L's.
And Esme.
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 And were they like older ladies, younger ladies?
They're older ladies. They were retired. And thick as thieves, the pair of them. So we did think that they've probably gone missing together. But yeah, nobody's seen hide nor hair of them for 3 days now.
You sure they haven't gone like on a coach trip?
Well, nobody said. We'd all know if they'd went on holiday.
You don't know.
We'd all know.
I suppose it's like that round by me. We're like that. We're all like that, you know. We all talk to each other, and we always know. I know if Doris is going away for a weekend to see her grandson down in what's it called, Londonium, right?
Mhm.
I know if she's gone there because she lets me know, because then I don't bring her some shopping. So yeah, no.
It's
that
a very
makes sense.
tight. We look after our old folks round here. Don't shove them in homes like some of those city folks.
No.
Right.
any
Okay.
strange happenings apart from the, in a similar time frame compared with these missing people and cats?
Hen Ogden's always the same as Hen Ogden is. We're just getting ready for a spring festival.
Any new visitors? Anyone new in the area?
No, we just run our little lives the way we always run our little lives. We've got the Loomis factory over there where most people work.
The what?
And
The
The Loomis factory.
Loomis factory, right?
So, those of you who are Cresta born and bred will be aware of. Well, let's see if you're aware. Can everybody, apart from Terran, give me a history check?
Not
please?
me.
You'll go first.
Oh, there we go.
Not you either.
Not me.
Ooh.
Not me.
16.
Yikes.
Okay, with a 16, what will I give you? So, you are aware that the Loomis factory is a really old textile mill. It has been up in the mountains, churning out cotton manufacturing various different things, and has been there pretty much since the beginning of the Industrial Revolution when the warpstone came in. However, it wasn't originally there. Originally, it used to be in the city centre.
Okay.
You don't quite understand any history about it, but you do know that it wasn't always up in the mountains.
It's not always. It's Loomis, how long do you think it's been here for?
Oh, the factory, that must have opened back up in, no, what was it? Can you remember from his notes? 1850, I think it was.
Is that the start? So is that the start of the Industrial Revolution, like above table, or
Not the very start of the Industrial Revolution, but it was moved up there from.
Oh, so sorry, so I was thinking that this was like a recent thing that had happened. It wasn't like got yeah.
Long time ago.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's not like it's suddenly like appeared and everyone thinks it should be here or anything. It's nothing like that.
It's been here for absolutely ages.
Okay,
It's
cool.
part of the. Basically, everybody who's grown up here who hasn't moved here to get a nice house in the countryside to commute into the city, everybody else who's grown up here, born and bred, you've got generation after generation after generation working at this Loomis mill.
Okay,
With that information now being shared amongst the group, is just checking. Is there a map in this police station? Like,
yeah, there's funnily enough, a pinboard.
Whoa! How'd that get there? If could with Jimmy's help, could Dizzy go over? Could I, if I, why am I asking you? I could just ask Jimmy. I know how to role play. Could you show me on this map where some of the disappearances are in relation to the Loomis factory?
Oh, that's quite easy. If you look at the pins that are already in the board.
Oh.
And you can see on the map of Hen Ogden, there is, well, actually, yeah, make a perception check for me, please. Or just intelligence, if you like.
I'm perceptive. That's a 16.
Okay, so as you look at where all these cats, their homes at least were, or you're not exactly getting last sightings of these cats. Last seen. There's no pictures on milk bottles for these.
Sure.
But they are all in the vicinity of the village or the small town. And they are mostly concentrated around the mill.
Desperately hoping for just like a pentagram or something to show up in the disappearances.
It does.
Demons did it.
It does have to be said with that though, with your 16, most of the old thing is built around
small
the mill.
town.
Yeah,
I'll say this.
Travel into
yeah.
This is
We're not talking any cats missing from the farmsteads out, or indeed some of the richer houses that are perked up where they've been built to take the view.
Well, that's also information then. And if it's like
the sort of the centre of the little town.
Yeah, it's like one.
Around the
it is
mill
a small
generally.
town next to the mill, but also nobody's reported yet about anything out of the town. Or
I mean,
further
have you
up.
ruled out the local wildlife? I mean, Hen Ogden is pretty much in the country.
Well, there's no beasts of the moor if you think that.
I was thinking more like the chupacabra. Read it in a book somewhere.
Right, I don't really read, so.
Well, you got that one book that Wicker got you.
Oh yeah, thanks for that book. I very much enjoy it in the evening.
You're welcome.
That's all you need to know.
There was some backstory and prequel that went on before these games. If you want to know more, get them Patreon. No, we don't have a Patreon. We
What
set
are you
one up.
doing?
We'll set one up. We'll set one up so you can find out exactly what book Kez has been reading. The behind the scenes goss. So yes, as far as what we called him again? The policeman.
Jimmy.
Jimmy the
Jim.
Bobby. As far as Jimmy the Bobby explains to you, there's lots of sheep farming and stuff going on. If there was a beast of some kind chomping on, but it doesn't seem like that's the case, unless sheep are too big for it. But nobody's bothered the sheep.
And you said, Jimmy, about a spring festival coming up?
Oh, yes.
So it's in a few weeks' time. We're all getting ready for it. Everybody's dressing the wells already.
Dressing the wells?
Mm-hmm.
In out in particular?
Oh, lots of flowers and garlands.
Exciting. And spring festivals, it just sort of spring-a-sprung, harvesty sort of feel, or is there a theme in particular?
Just a tradition we always do. I'm part of the Morris dancing troupe.
Oh.
We'll be putting on a show. Oh. If you're in the area, it's a great event.
How is Morris?
No, it's a troupe of dancers. We're all called Morris.
All of you? Oh, I thought you were... Right. So, that's very confusing. So you're not Jimmy the Bobby, you're Morris.
I'm Jimmy Morris at the weekends.
Okay.
I put my bells on and start dancing around and hitting people with a stick.
Oh, I thought you were like, dancing like Morris, and that was right. Okay.
No.
So you're all called, so it's a group of people called Morris.
Yes.
That dance.
Yes.
Got you. Oh,
it's a very good thing. We skipping about and skipping book and skipping out and skipping around and skipping around and skipping route 1, 2, 3, clonk. That's how it goes.
Oh, all right. Well, thank you for the information and for the show. That was a bonus.
We've won a few competitions. We've done quite well.
Oh, you got medals, have you? Oh, how many medals you got?
Well, we came third last year, but we were top of the league 10 years ago. And are we going to get back there soon?
Oh, well, I wish you all the luck with that.
Thank you very much.
I have no doubt.
Penogden's got a very proud heritage to uphold.
Sounds like it.
All right. Well, thank you again, Jimmy. We'll take this information and see if we can't find the missing people. Oh, and the cats. Yeah.
So,
just one quick question. You say you're a cat-friendly town, but is there anyone in the village who doesn't share that sentiment, or someone who particularly doesn't like cats?
Who doesn't like cats?
Well, some of my customers don't like cats.
That's
Folks.
Genuinely has broken Dizzy's brain. Could not understand how anybody could dislike a cat.
No harm is meant to any pussy around here.
Fucking God.
oh boy.
Right. Okay.
Hilda and Esme,
They're lovely ladies. We're all quite worried about the pair of them.
did they live close by to each other? Did they live together? Did they...
They live together. They have their own cats. But yeah,
Amazing.
they live together. They've been almost like sisters for near on 20 years now.
Right.
Sure.
Sure.
Cool. And where was their house? Could we go and have a look around? Maybe not in the house, but don't want to be going in. Don't want to be going in anybody's house or anything. But just have a look around, see what information we might be able to glean from there.
Well, very well, indeed. I suppose you're here on official business. And he rummages around, opens up a drawer. Make sure you don't damage anything, and hands you over the keys.
Thank you very much.
It'll be the third one on the left and the bottom of the row that leads up to Lumen's Mill.
Very good. All righty. Any other questions, gang?
Got anything, Jail?
No, that's all.
No. Just, Jimmy, what do you think of the guy? What do you think of Jack the Gnome?
I knew it was going to come up.
Jack?
Yeah.
Who works at the train station?
Yeah, what do you think of him?
He's a lovely little guy.
Right, thought so. Right, let's go.
No explanation, just run.
Right, Jimmy, sit a bit.
And as you walk out, he's going, Jack the Gnome. Just, you put a seed of suspicion in his head now. Okay, so as you make your way, you meander through the kind of the town village centre. There's post office and shop and all that kind of stuff. Not like any brand names, not very big places, and it all looks rather closed down. It's not a busy place at all.
Oh.
So, as you make your way through, there is one massive road, and as you look up it at the top, you can see Lumen's Mill. It's really distinct, massive chimneys going on. And then there's just these 2 rows of houses that go all along the way up, just nice terrace rolling on thing. With backyards, and beyond the backyards, just what looks like dense forest spawning off in the background, both sides.
Guys, just question. Do you think this town's maybe like a little bit backwards? Like, well, they're not sisters, are they? No.
Oh.
No. Like,
Absolutely not.
and then there was Jack the Gnome with his comments. I feel like they just need a bit of like
A little bit small-minded town.
a bit small minded.
I mean, they've only got one tram line.
yeah.
And it leads to the greatest city in the world, so...
The litmus test for how progressive your town is is progressiveness compared to tram lines.
That tracks.
Kieza, absolutely. No, of course. It's like, like your good book, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not sisters.
Yeah.
They're not good friends. Well, I mean, they could be good friends. I don't know.
The entrance mates living in the same house, are they?
Yeah,
basically.
let's just go check out the house, y'all.
Okay, so you make your way. All of the houses are pretty much the same. There's been various things done to the outsides of them, but they are very much cookie cutter and quite pretty. There's lots of window boxes going on and hanging baskets and all sorts of things. And then when you come to the latest, the third one along on the left, I think that's what I said, as you come to that one, there's a closed door, like painted red, number 3 on it.
Are there window boxes or like a hanging basket on this one that we know to be Hilda and Esme's? And does it look the same? Obviously, it's not been sort of tended to for a few days, but does it look like that, or does it look more run down than the rest?
Oh no! It's definitely their place, and it's looked after very, very well. There's
Bet
no
they
dust
have
on the
the-
windows.
I bet they have like the best like window boxes and stuff on the street, right?
I can believe it.
Yeah.
As you look, the doorstep is clean and immaculate, like it's been brushed every day, and there's a couple of little gnomes either side.
Jack, what are you doing?
Jack, why you just stood outside this house?
Ornamental garden gnomes.
Just like
Jack lives up at number 5, and he has to walk past them every day to walk, so you can see why he's a little bit bitter.
I was about to say we need to have a discussion later on about the fantasy world where there's just like, imagine you walk to work and there's just a mini version of you as somebody's ornament.
Wearing a stupid hat, rosy cheeks, and stupid big red boots. He's fuming.
always fishing or doing something or other.
I've got just silly themed ones. I'm the Nominator. Okay, all right.
These are quite traditional. One's got a watering can, and the other one's got a hoe.
As we get up to Hilda and Esme's, Dizzy is going to pull out like a set of like little magnifiers that she clips onto her glasses, and then another set, and then a third set, and then decides, no, actually that's too many. I want to check on the plants that they have in their planter boxes, and then I want to go and compare to like the neighbors, and just thinking because like it's like lots of like pretty. It's a small town, and so it's like a pretty common thing in places where like sometimes people will intentionally plant stuff that like deters cats, or sometimes people will plant plants that are like cats like. And so I just want to see if I just do some quick basic botany and see what I can figure out about these plants.
You can either make a nature check or an investigation.
I'll take the investigation. That's a lot better. It's a 9. All right. Well, it's a 15 total. So
15 total is good,
Yeah.
but all that you do find is some very, very pretty window boxes. You can see that they're all very well kept and maintained. These people look after their window boxes. There's a lot of... I mean, as you go rummaging through one person's to compare them to number 3's, somebody does peer out their window, knocks on the window. Goes,
there is fully like a 6-foot-something, curly-haired half-orc just going through their plants. So
in a town that loves its cats, who's just had its cats all nicked. You peeping through the window, looking at the window.
You gotta check these things. All right, cool. All right, just making sure.
Speaking of which, is there anyone on the street? Anyone else on the street that we can see? Any like neighbours?
Not at the moment. You're kind of thinking it's like mid-afternoon, so either people are in the city working their high-class jobs, or as most people on this street would either be retired and watching like afternoon TV and in the houses, like the person who just knocked the window at you, or are up at the mill, which you can see clouds of smoke coming out at the top there.
Amazing. Can I use my divine sense? So as an action, I can detect good and evil until the end of my next turn. I can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell. I know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover. But just to get a sense of sort of what's going on. See if that'll do anything.
What's the range on that again, sorry?
60 feet.
Okay. No, you don't get any sense of any of that.
Okay.
To be fair, not a whiff.
Not a whiff.
Not a whiff. Not a jot.
I wonder if that's suspicious in and of
I
itself.
guess we should check the inside of the house then, huh?
Yes, honestly.
All right.
Okay. So as you go into the house, you can see that it has been kind of abandoned. There are plates of food out there that are half-eaten and just left.
So like people food on the table, or like
People
okay,
food,
cool.
yeah, people food.
I'm going to have to make this distinction several. I'm still in the accent. I'm going to have to make this distinction several times as we play.
That's fine. But it's like there was a nice cream tea that has just been disturbed. It's been a few days, so like the tea is kind of like there's bits of mold floating on it and stuff, because they have a couple of sugars in their tea, and it's all gone a bit horrible. And a half-eaten sponge cake, a Victoria sponge, that's just been chopped open and is going quite stale now.
We're going to start picking stuff up and go to the kitchen with it. It's like, I can't leave it like this.
As you make your way into the kitchen, which is towards the back of the house, you can see the back door is wide open.
Oh, guys, back door's open.
Interesting.
Good to know.
Anyone want a brew?
I don't... Oh, I'm not sure how I feel about making a brew in the house of people who've gone missing.
Let's
might be
not disturb
dead.
the crime scene just
That seems
yet.
a bit much.
Does it? Oh, well, I'll just I'll pull out my like flask. Just like I've got like some UHT milk cartons. I've got,
That's because if you did check the fridge, that
yeah. Just like all right,
there's only so much a fridge can keep fresh.
I'm gonna put the plates in the sink. And start drinking my tea.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I'd like to just sort of just do what I can do. I'm gonna walk around the house with my multi-tool. Dizzy's got this. I really don't know how to describe it. Hoovian sonic screwdriver looking thing that allows her to work with warpstone devices. And depending on the size of the device, she can actually turn them off, which comes in handy. But I'm just sort of doing like a low-level tech check of this house because I feel like it would seem out of place in Hilda and Esme's.
Roll an investigation for me,
Sure,
please.
yeah. I'm built for this. God, I gotta stop saying stuff. That's an 11.
For you, it's really quite sparse and really out of date.
Yeah.
They do have some warp, like there's a little warpstone telly, but it's one of those old box ones. Like it's nowhere near flat screen, with the bit of the warpstone going on at the back. There's obviously the appliances in the kitchen and stuff, but they are all quite old school. Like there's no warpstone kettle. They put that on the stove. The stove's warpstone, that's all right. But it's just there's very little concession towards modernity going on here.
Whoever comes into the kitchen next, it's just Dizzy staring at like the proper like stove kettle and having absolutely no idea what it is, and I'm just holding it like.
Keza's like stood at the back door with a cup of tea, looking out like over the gardens at the back, but turns to Dizzy. It's like it's a kettle. This.
Sorry.
It's a kettle.
Kettle.
A kettle.
Oh.
But just.
Well, how do you plug it in?
No, you don't. You just put it on stove.
Oh. Oh.
You use eat from stove. And you put it on stove. And
I know. All right. I know how to cook. All right. We just don't have these in the colonies. Thank you.
Okay. Right.
Can I have a perception check from Keza, please?
Okay. Not 20.
Hey! First one! Yay! Okay. So what you see is it's a relatively long backyard. Lots of plant pots and stuff, not necessarily as pristine as everything at the front because that's what people can see.
Yeah.
But these are all things you can see that there's a kind of table that they've been obviously working and digging old plants out and putting potting new plants, etc. There's been business going on. And at the bottom of the yard, there's an old outhouse as well.
Okay.
And as you look to the side of the old outhouse, you notice not only has the back door where the kitchen is been left unlocked, that back door is just...
Of the outhouse.
Not the outhouse, of the gate next to it.
Oh, the gate. So what is the... so does the gate, like, lead out into the forest?
Yes.
Right, okay.
There's a communal kind of like back alley.
Got ya.
There. It's really overgrown and really messy.
Okay.
But for people to get out their bins and stuff, there's this back alley. But beyond that, it's just pure forest as far as you can see.
Okay. Can I see over, like, so in this back garden, are the fences at the side? How tall are the fences?
They're not the tallest of fences.
Could you see into neighbours' gardens?
Oh yeah.
And stuff. Are there any neighbours in the gardens at the moment?
Not that you can see at the moment, but you can imagine that there are plenty. Like, in fact, I think you can even just see at the bottom. There's a little footstool, so people can stand up on them and lean on them all and chat to each other. Yeah, it's one of those towns.
Cool, yeah. I'm gonna Teresa here, guys. Gates open at back.
All the way through the house. All right. Okay.
Jail's going to look around for other signs of forced entry so it's just the back door and then the back gate that's open at the moment.
Yeah. Okay, make an investigation check for me, please. Are you checking the whole house?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I do similar sort of thing on the back door to see if it has been has it been booted out? Has it just been opened?
Okay, investigation check from you as well.
15.
15. The house looks lived in. There's no sign of assault. There's no sign that there was any preparation before leaving. It looks like somebody has literally just gotten out of bed. The tap in the upstairs bathroom is actually still running. You know, there's...
How's the water all over the floor?
It's not the plug's out the basin.
Got ya.
It's just running water. So it looks like they left the house in a hurry. And for you?
It was only a 5.
You can't see any signs of destruction, but with a 5 you wouldn't.
With a 5? Haven't a Scooby-Doo?
You're not exactly forensically checking, like.
No, I was. Just didn't. No, that's a door.
You're just looking at the hinges rather than the lock.
Did we find out from Jimmy Bobby what like race and stuff Esme and Hilda with 2 L's?
No, he didn't give you that information. But
there
as
any
you look on,
pictures?
there's a lovely little picture of the two of them. They're a mixed race couple.
Oh,
One's a tiefling, and the other one's elf.
I love that.
I love that for them.
Because from what this is sounding like to me is like obviously they've been in the house. It sounds like they've rushed out, maybe being like scared or chased out or something. I'm just wondering if there's like in the garden, presuming that it's probably the garden might be a bit wet and muddy and stuff. If there was any like footprints or anything in
Well,
the
carrying on from your natural 20
Yeah.
earlier, rather than making you roll again. No, there is footprints of this is a working garden, but there's no sign of struggle or drama of any kind. There's no broken pottery or scattered footprints or anything like that.
there's nothing like leading out to the gate, the back.
There is,
Okay.
but not that looks
Suspicious. It just looks like
Suspicious.
straight lines for the.
straight lines out. Yeah,
Okay.
Do they have a shoe rack or a coat rack?
they do.
Does it look disturbed? As in, is there like does something look missing where there should obviously be?
Yes. There is a gap where 2 pairs of shoes. There are lots of other shoes still there, but there's definitely a gap where there's a pair of, and you can see that there's a couple of hooks gone missing where maybe a nice big warm coat might be,
So
or would have been.
so we know they left in a hurry, but obviously
Left
Had-
on their own accord.
had time to grab
Had time
shoes and a
to-
coat.
I wonder if they've maybe seen their cats or something. Like if their cats were missing, because they were cat ladies, right, as well. If their cats were missing, if they'd seen their cat in the back, quickly grab their coats and stuff, and then shoot it off into thinking that they'd maybe seen their cats.
Could
Or
be.
their cat.
Can you all
or-
give me a perception check, please?
Sure.
Bloody give it a go.
No.
Yep. I got a 13, middle of the road.
I also got 13.
I've got an 18.
Ooh.
I got a 10.
Hey.
As you're busy around looking at the floor for chicken scratches, the rest of you notice on the top of the wall, meow, meow.
Come here, Whiskers. He's gonna grab it.
Oh, fully popping up another divine sense to see what's going on with that cat.
There's no hesitation. Dizzy sees a cat, is gonna grab it.
And as you do reach for it, it just disappears. It falls down the other side of the other wall into the next guard.
All right. Well, y'all, there's a cat. What would the cat look like?
It was a white cat with black spots.
So not the
and one
Not
black
tabby.
ear.
yeah, not the station cat then.
Not
right?
the station cat.
Oh God, there's 10 of these things we got to keep notes for. Y'all, there's a cat.
What?
There's a cat, and just doom, 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 doom.
Oh, you off out the gate.
Yeah, I'm running after it.
Did I get anything from the divine sense?
She popped a new one.
As it
What does it cover again, please?
it covers celestial, fiend, and undead.
No, not a
No, bagger.
He's got that damn
He's got
DM
that-
look. He's got that damn look.
That
Like
goddamn
none of those
face.
things.
Don't give us that damn DM look, bitch. Don't you give it us.
It's like, I know what it is, but it's not those.
It's not one of those. It's almost like you've read my character sheet. No.
Okay. Then yeah,
Oh, a DM who prepares.
Dizzy will just
Apart from
take off
names.
after the cat.
Give me athletics, please.
Oh boy. I'm very big, but I'm not very strong. Oh,
That's okay.
it's a 14.
Okay. For your sense of the movement and the speed and getting up to that little stool that's next to the thing to step up and have a look at where it's gone, you should have seen where it went. But no,
So it's like it drops off, and then I jump up and look, and then just gone.
gone.
Oh. Quickly like going over the bandolier of stuff, and like just finds basically it's just like a tiny vial with, I don't know, maybe some like 3-day-old mold or something in it. I was gonna use it for something, and then just drops it like over the side of the fence just to see what happens.
Is there anything in it? It's just mold.
Just like a moldy piece of bread or something.
Okay,
Like, yeah.
so as the bottle falls down, it's a glass bottle, right?
Yeah.
And it just smashes on the hard pavement, and it's immediately you just hear a knock and tap on the window of the next door.
Is it the same house?
It's the same house. You can hear muffled behind the glass. What are you doing? You bloody hooligans! What? Causing muck in my house!
Sorry. Grimm Investigations. This is a official. Well, not guard.
I don't give a monkeys who you are. Sling your rock.
Just like the slowly behind the fence. Guys, gang, y'all, I lost the cat. I lost the cat.
What do you mean you lost it? It literally went over a second before you. It should just. It's not. And then you shook that bottle after it. I don't know what you were doing with that.
Well, I was thinking maybe the cat disappeared through something, right? Testing a hypothesis.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Dropped a thing.
I was
Clever.
having issues. Don't know why you just threw that behind the bottle for no reason.
She does things like this sometimes. She just throws things about a lot, especially at your own house. But you can't do it at other people's houses, Diz.
It is called the scientific method, and I will not be besmirched.
Right, I don't know about this scientific method, right? But where I come from, you don't just throw things in people's gardens. You do that in the back alley.
What ginnels are for?
Yeah, what ginnels are for? You know, if you've got old sofa, you don't want it anymore, you put it in ginnel, and then someone might take it.
Not paying the council to do it though. Absolutely.
Oh no, rip off. Cresta City Council.
I was
no,
moving
can't
house
do anything.
once, and I paid for the council to come and pick up a load of my stuff. And I started putting it out for the council to pick up. And as I went back into my flat to bring it out to take some had stolen stuff. I was like, why did I need to pay for the council when some git is just going to nick it? Welcome to Manchester. Anyway, real life story. Back into the game.
Sorry.
Yeah. I just wanted to see if something caused the cat to disappear, but maybe the cat is just a cat and it's just real sneaky and it disappeared. But if I don't have sight on it, I'll just.
Well, as I said, that's why I went for the acrobatics check.
Yeah.
There's definitely something unusual about. You should have seen that cat.
Okay. Yeah, something's going on with the cat, not necessarily the area around it. And I know that now because I dropped a bottle.
Okay.
They're clever.
Right. So I didn't see no cat, but maybe we go out the gate and have a look round out there.
It looks like where they went, so
Follow the path
Follow
into the woods.
Yeah, follow the trail. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go.
As you make your way out into the wooded area, it's really quite damp and horrible and muddy. And as the ginnel gives way to the rest of the forest, it's a muddy old thing. Jael, your shoes are being ruined.
I was just going to say, Jael, you're going to want to put your hood up because, like, some of the trees might be a bit low hanging, and we know how you feel about your coif. So
Fine.
it's for your own sake.
You can see that this forest is a really quite wide area. So how do you want to go about doing this?
I don't think I've got lots of clever stuff, but I think Dizzy's sort of like techie expertise just drops dead when you get into nature. She's just kind of like, I don't have a magnifying glass big enough for this.
I'm gonna get on all fours and get low to the ground, and I want to see if I can see any like again, like I'm looking for footprints, maybe paw prints that like cat-sized or
Toe beans.
yeah, some,
Little
like,
Toby.
yeah. Have a look and see if I can see anything like that.
Okay, and the rest of you?
I mean, could I? It won't be very good, but could I just do sort of a survival check and just keep an eye on the surroundings around us?
Yeah.
So just while Keza's actively looking for.
I'll ask for rolls in a
I'd be
bit.
rolling survival, wouldn't I? Because it's
Oh, okay.
You-
If I could do something
You'd
different.
be rolling investigation, you'd be rolling survival, but I just want to get a sense of what everybody wants to do before we get into the rolling.
Okay.
What would Wicker want to do?
I think Wicker would be hanging sort of in. If we've formed, I don't think we'd have formed a line necessarily, but I think we'd be sort of hanging in between, in the middle of the group, sort of looking for. I think she's probably looking for like broken twigs and things like that. I know it was 3 days that nobody's seen them, but for signs of them not necessarily running frantically through the woods, but rushing and maybe scraping past stuff that they would have been able to go round. So I'm looking for signs of like disturbance in the flora.
Okay, and Jail?
Yeah, Jail's gonna probably just keep an eye out for any disturbed like elements in the forest, but he's not also convinced like that the cat's necessarily gone into the forest or the couple. So I think he's gonna kind of keep his head on a swivel in a much wider range, but also, yeah, probably just look at the elements in the woods and just see if there's anything out of the ordinary.
Okay.
Jail's just like, they did it. The ladies did it. I know it was them.
Those ladies have been nicking cats.
No, I was
I've just
chatting
been
over
feeding
that.
out all of them and
They
just
w-
gathering them all in the house.
They wanted 10, and now that they have their entire collective, they've run into the hills with their cat.
Okay, so let's do this like this. I'm going to take each of you in turn, as if you've spread out a little bit, wandered off a little. Like, you can still see where each other's are. You're not, like, splitting the party here.
Don't you dare.
Not splitting the party. But let's take you each in turn. Keza, as you're crawling around on all fours, looking for the little toe beans.
Let me roll survival.
Look, check to follow tracks, Mist.
That's fair.
You're not going to need to,
Oh.
because you can see a little pussy.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, a cat.
just through the bright tree line, just as you're all on all fours and down at their level, you can just see them wandering slightly deeper off into the forest.
Cool. I'm immediately going to bolt up and just go, cat! And just go running.
Daisy's gonna chase after you. Like, what color is
No,
it?
well, wait, I'll do you in turn. So, as you bolt up and start running after the cat again, kind of disappears. Then we'll move over to Wicker, who's looking for various different breaks and cracks in the thing.
Yeah, broken twigs, stuff pushed out of the way, like somebody's moved through in a hurry, or if they haven't.
And what you start to see are bloody rags.
Excuse me?
Well,
Where?
On a few branches in front of you. But as you go forward to try and find them, they're not there. Moving on to you. Where were we with you again?
I don't like
I
this
don't
face.
like it.
Look at this face. Look at it.
Look at that
Look at
DM
that
face.
Look at that eating grin.
You don't see anything,
I was.
but what you hear is a familiar hometown twang of a banjo.
I can't believe this.
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh no. Uncle Fester? I can't. Nobody else plays that tune.
Jail.
I have an uncle now.
as you are not looking into the forest and back at some of the houses and the little ginnels that run from the back alley to the main street, just so people can get their bins out from the backyard, you see a young boy, a familiar young boy from a long time ago, but they'd be grown up now if they were able to, and then they're gone.
Well, fire.
Keza, as you go running off into the forest, you make a lot of noise, and that's what all you guys hear. Cat! What do you guys do?
Kez!
Yeah, no, I'm bolting up to Keza shouting, what color is it? Oh,
So,
I'm bolting after the cat. It's like
the cat was a white cat with black spots and a little black ear.
mother.
Where
is he?
It was a white cat with black spots. I don't know where. It was here, and now it's not here.
That's the same one I saw that jumped over the fence.
How did it? Must have gone through back gate of their garden to the forest.
But we'd have seen it, right? If we'd have, if it had done that, we'd have crossed paths with it, surely.
It might not have been a cat. It could, but it felt like it was a whippet. Because of how fast it was.
Yeah,
I hate to jump to conclusions, y'all, but it sounds like we got a ghost cat on our hands.
Well, have we?
No, we don't, do we?
What are you saying, Jail?
Did
I
any
mean,
of
I
you
can only do certain things.
see like a young
Yeah.
lad just right
Yours
there?
is undead
Just
both,
now.
right?
No, it might be one of the kids from
Celestial
maybe
Fiend and
down there.
Undead.
No. I know that lad.
What lad? I saw it. I was.
No, he was like a young drow boy. Looks a bit like me. Just
Like out here, you saw a kid?
yeah, in the ginnels.
Ah. You know,
Right.
what's weird is I heard some music from back home, but like, well, it's hard to explain, but music I shouldn't. Y'all don't play banjos here. It's just not a thing. So
Not this part of the world, I would
yeah,
say.
no, I'd say no. I feel confident in that one.
Apart from Banjo Joe.
Banjo Joe?
Banjo Joe.
Banjo Joe.
Sometimes plays at one of the clubs. You can go see him. Banjo Joe.
Banjo
quite,
Joe.
Quite impressive.
Yeah, there's that jazz club in Upper Side.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
That's
plays
the
there.
one. The jazz club.
Where is it?
Banjo Joe.
The booby
The
trap.
Booby Trap.
Music.
Banjo Jojo plays at the Booby Trap.
And
No,
Jojo
I
plays
didn't
the
hear
booby.
any music, Jail. Did you?
I mean, fully on board with everything not being quite right here. I saw some rags in the trees, like with blood on them. So, the fact that we've all seen different stuff and it's a bit weird gives me the heebie-jeebies. Not gonna lie.
Did we?
I definitely didn't hear no spectral banjo.
How long does your divine sense last for?
It says
Till the next round.
until the end of your next turn.
Six seconds, really,
That's
just,
effectively.
Cool.
We didn't. Nobody ate nothing or touched nothing in the house, right? I mean,
I put plates in kitchen.
right.
Yeah.
Are we tripping?
No,
Because if we are, this sucks.
Can everyone feel their own face? Yeah.
You start to hear on the wind,
No more spooky.
and nobody else does. This is just for you. You start to hear ding 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 ding. It's not even just a banjo. It's now a tune that you know Uncle Fester used to play.
Oh no. Do I have a sense of what direction it's coming from?
Oh, absolutely, deeper into the forest.
Okay.
It's faint, but it's distinct, and it's further into the woods.
Diz, you look like you've just discovered something and you don't like it.
Dizzy's doing like the, like hands on your side, like leaning back, like, oh God, okay, all right, time to be brave. music's coming from that direction, y'all. I think we need to go deeper into the woods.
As Dizzy points in that direction. As Dizzy points into that direction, you get the faintest sight of somebody standing in the woods. Kinda half naked, but not naked.
Like shirtless, half naked.
Not even shirtless, as in torn shirt, as in ripped up,
Oh, okay.
as in staring you dead in the eye, and you recognize the face. Your last podcast episode spent a lot of time considering them. And then they're gone.
Oh no. Oh no. I think as Wicca spots them staring at them, they try and keep it really, really stoic and really hard-faced and sort of frown and scowl back as a bit of a you. And then when they disappear, sort of turns to everyone and go, guys, I don't want to go in the woods. Guys, I don't want to go in the woods. Please don't want to go in the woods. Oh, no.
What's up?
Oh, bad man. Very bad man.
You saw.
I saw a whole man who should be in a prison. Oh.
You saw something,
Who did you see?
and then you saw something. I heard something. You just saw a cat.
I saw a cat.
Oh man. All right. Well, it's too. I need more data, but something spooky's going on in these here woods. I think we gotta head into them hills, folks.
Okay. I like to go into the forest.
Maybe we just sort of head in. Paying attention and Dizzy starts pulling out the crossbow box. Like, should we load up?
Oh, right. Good like that, are we? And then from behind, Ket's dresser, she pulls out this big, massive iron, and gives a moment. It's one of those old style looking irons, so the ones you put on a stove to heat up. But then she's like, give us a moment. All right. And then she presses something in the top handle, and it shoots out. So it's a big sort of great axe looking thing now. And she's like, right, let's go.
I've got this sort of plain, simple looking wooden box, and then when I push the multi-tool into it, it glows, and the crossbow arms shoot out, a handle comes out, and it just unfolds in front of me, and I'm like, all right.
Oh, Wicca draws their long brolly from their back, and it's all different shades of swirly tie-dye blue, and they just sort of run the hand up it, and it just sort of has a little bit of a blue hue sort of glow to it, and she just sort of branches it shaking a little bit and goes, okay, let's go.
We've got this, guys.
Wicca with a badass brolly, and Jail.
Well, Jail reaches into his grooming bag, pulls out an absurdly large pair of scissors, and proceeds to split them apart.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. You're all ready for a fight.
I love the idea of that montage, but we're all actually stood here, breaking it, going, okay, let's do it.
Okay, we're brave adventurers.
It's fine, guys. It's just a cat.
Sure, okay.
Let's, I'll lead.
Okay,
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, I'll go.
I'm right behind you.
Yeah. It's all right. I'll give you a little squeeze on the arm. It's all right. It's all right, Wicca.
I got it. And at the same time, I'm going to cast guidance
Hey.
on these three, which... Oh, no, not guidance, sorry, bless.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
Wrong one. Sorry, guys. So up to 3 creatures of my choice within range. Whenever you make an attack roll or a saving throw, you can add a d4. That lasts up to a minute.
I love that.
Woo.
So as you make your way deeper into the woods, leaving bits of civilization behind, can you either give me a nature check or a perception check?
Let's have a look. Ah, no, don't
I'll
go
just
off.
do perception.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
10 on perception.
That's a 14 on perception.
19 on perception.
Oh, my nature is good. What?
Nature isn't. It's intelligence. Isn't it?
7 on
Yeah.
nature.
Yeah.
7.
7. I'm just too scared. I'm too scared.
And Jail?
10 on perception.
Okay. Those of you got over a 10,
Oh, damn.
it's not actually that good a thing. Because those who rolled under, you can smell it too.
Oh,
It's just
I don't want that
it's just a
information.
mild whiff. But for the rest of you who got over a 10, you get a real strong stank of open sewer.
Same sort of like heading. Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely the same heading. But for those of you who rolled high, you got more sensitive noses.
Awesome. Great.
Great. Love that for rolling a high perception check.
Like, it's for those who rolled really high. It's not just fecal. It's damp. It's rotted. It's
No taste.
No.
No.
Enough.
I rolled 19. No.
it's kind of a chemical tang to it.
I don't like the phrase a chemical tank. I don't like that phrase.
Wait.
Fecal matter and chemical tang.
Just every 6 seconds, because it's like up to 10 feet every 6 seconds. Dizzy's got like the sort of like mechanized looking glove, like turn the dial on the back, and just every 6 seconds I'm just snapping, casting prestidigitation, just to try to air around our noses.
None of that.
You're just walking through the woods playing jazz.
Jets versus Sharp.
And that's all we get of that tune.
And as you make your way through the woods, blissfully free of the stank, you all start looking off into the woods as you make your way forward. And on this short journey, you all start getting glimpses again of the characters that you've already seen. Keza, you don't see the cat again.
Okay.
You see in the woods in the distance a kobold with a kind of a napkin rolled around their head and tied about at the front there in a little bow, standing there with a rolling pin. Looks just like your nana. Your great nana, no longer with us.
I don't know if I want to go any closer.
Oh no, who've you seen?
I don't. She's a right old battle axe, she were. Not like this one. That's what we said. She's vicious with that rolling pin. That's for sure. But we've all seen different stuff, right? Right? Listen, guys. I'm not smart, right? But it doesn't seem. It can't be real, right? Like what we're seeing.
I've got a bad idea to test that.
What's your bad idea?
Point the crossbow in the general direction of where we're seeing things. I haven't done it. Don't put words in my mouth. I haven't done it
What
yet.
does Uncle Fester look like?
Oh man, I think I'll make up a whole family. Oh man.
You asked me for the name of the blowing post of the train station manager.
That's fair. All right. I'm gonna start asking you for people's zodiac signs.
I know.
Oh boy, my uncle. Oh man, he's from the human side of my family, and so he's sort of a short, portly man. He's even in the vision of him, he's seated because he's got a bum leg, and so you know he can't stand around for too long. But yeah, and I reckon in the vision he's also still like just got like a spittoon somewhere nearby and just absolutely just like hacking a wad of chewing tobacco into it while he's playing the banjo away. And it's less of like the rest of y'all seem properly afraid of what you're seeing. Dizzy's just mad uncomfortable around this uncle. just never liked him. Never rubbed her the right way, you know.
Ding 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 ding. Are you going to shoot your crossbow at him?
No. I want to. That's impulsive tearing thoughts.
I think Kaz has just got to keep walking forward. You know, she takes a moment and she's like, no, can't. After she's spoken and saying can't be real, she's just got to walk forward.
As you do walk forward, you come to an opening, and this is definitely where the smell is coming from. There is a really, really old and really, really large pipe with lots of brickwork all around it, just flowing effluent out down across down the hill, out into the river that flows back into the city. It is roll a perception check for me.
Sure.
All of us.
Everyone?
Yeah.
I'm just going to pull that out.
Nat 20.
Hey.
I love that for us.
And a 4.
Oh! And a 5.
Woo!
I don't know if I want this after the last one.
Double nat 20.
Double Nat 20.
Natty.
So we just win, right? We can go home now.
No. There's lots and lots of water, and it's very free flowing. It's not just water, there are some solids as well. And it's not just water that's the only liquid pouring out of this.
Sure.
So, sorry, just for a moment. Mist. It's always poo.
It's always
It's always poo.
Why is it always poo?
and coming flowing out of this.
Oh, no.
There's not just water. There is other liquids. Bright yellow, purple liquids.
Oh, wait a minute.
I mean, yellow. Right.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So yellow, so bright yellow and purple. Definitely two types of warpstone, but like purple being the weird.
Make a history check.
Sure. I mean, I don't know anything about warpstone liquid, but.
Oh, I thought
runoff?
it was something else.
Ooh.
It's a really weird diet.
Everyone's
Not
big on the
hydrated.
Barocca.
You
Just
can
not
roll with,
hydrated
actually, to be fair, because of what happened in one of our prequel games, I will allow you to roll with advantage.
Yeah, boy. All right, can I get better than that? No.
No.
That's okay. The first one was a 17, plus my history is going to be a 21.
Mama.
Dizzy went
What
to the
level are we again?
library.
Level 4? Wow.
3.
3? Oh no, we're level 3, yes. I forgot. I'm a bad DM. Level 3. Frickin' heck. Okay, 21.
Mist. You're a wonderful DM. Don't put yourself down like that.
Oh, shucks. Thank
But
Perfectly
please
adequate.
describing the smell of poo.
I've just got so many words for it. It's like when I was 10 years old, I found that page in the thesaurus and just went to town. No, so with you've done a little bit of studying on Warpstone. Cresta being kind of like the hometown, the original source of where it first started to be mined in the world, hence the Industrial Revolution. You have never heard of purple Warpstone.
Okay. All right.
Yellow is the common. Green Warpstone is like more specifically magical, and there are rumours about blue Warpstone, but it's a little bit fancy, a little bit weird, a little bit, people with foil hats talk about blue Warpstone. But you've never heard of purple?
Because with the runoff, the yellow. It's me jumping to conclusions. The yellow reminds me of the sort of color of the yellow warpstone, though, right? Yeah. Okay.
It's that bright neon.
Well, because y'all, again, jumping to conclusions here a little bit, but I have to assume that some of this runoff is coming from Loomis, right?
I was going to ask, are we elevation-wise? Are we down from Loomis, or are we on level with it?
Yeah.
No need
Does
for any
that
checks
pipe
on
seem
that.
to-
Thought so. Yeah.
Absolutely is true.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So it could be dye. It could just be dye, but it depends what's in the dye. And this amount to be pouring through here, I mean, I don't think they're making jeans up in Loomis, are they?
And as you're discussing this, you hear a young drow boy pull out for jail, echoing down the pipe.
Oh no.
Caleb?
Dale, who's Caleb?
Who the hell is Caleb?
Caleb?
I'm going to make sure I've got hold of the back of him in case he leans too far over. No.
And you just hear the faint mention of your name. It sounds exactly like Caleb, but too far down the hole, down the pipe for you to see.
What? Jill, you all right? Just yelling out a name.
That's the lad I saw back then.
Oh, did he tell you his name back then? Back in Giddle?
It's a dramatic moment, Elaine.
Kez has never been dramatic a day in her life.
I'm all about the drama.
She is the audacity.
No, Caleb's my little brother.
Oh, right.
But we sent him to Londinium years ago.
Right.
And he don't look like that. Like he's grown.
You're having vision, love. We're all having visions, love.
But his, just if I understand correctly, you said he's grown. You haven't seen him for a long time, it sounds like, right?
Right.
So mine is sort of how I remember them, and I don't know about the rest of y'all.
Oh, I saw my dead great nan.
Right.
So she's not alive, so it must be visions.
Sure, we're all seeing things. Absolutely. Check
Yeah.
on going down the scientific method, seeing things.
Oh,
Yep.
I'm doing science.
You're doing science.
Oh.
Keza.
Doing a full science.
Hey, look at me. Won't my teachers be proud of me now?
What I mean is, we all, the three of us, all sort of saw people that we already recognized, like, as they are. He's seeing someone as they, like, could be now.
No, you've seen
Right.
them as a...
No, I was. That was how I last saw him.
That was
Oh, is how you? Oh, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I misunderstood.
Yeah, that's what I say.
So your nan,
Yeah, like my great nan.
is that how you remember them when you last saw them?
Yeah, she old battle axe of a woman. Well, I mean, she's dead now, isn't she? So that's how I last saw her, because she can't really have changed much. She doesn't look like a corpse, if that's what you're asking. I mean, she did kind of look like a corpse. She got older, but you know, that's just age.
Yeah.
Would you say that she went a bit grayscale?
You know what? Yeah, I think that's like sort of. I think it's more like, when you get like a fish, right, and like the fish starts to get old, and like the goldfish kind of starts to go like a bit like silvery in places. I imagine that like sort of like kobolds get sort of like
They go translucent.
They start to go a little bit
Oh,
like.
I love that actually.
Yeah.
I actually like that.
That's
Yeah.
really cool.
I'm
Yeah.
stealing that.
Yeah, so I think there is like you start to lose a little bit of like your vibrancy.
Your fiery red.
Yeah.
So,
Beautiful.
what do you guys want to do?
I guess I got to go down the murder tunnel.
There's got to be some.
So is it flowing like? Is it a large pipe that we could walk through,
It's a
and there is like
really
a
large-
stream?
It's
Yeah.
a really
It's
large
not gushing
pipe.
out of like the entire. We don't have to swim up it, is what I'm saying.
You don't have to. You wouldn't even have to wade. There are. It's basically 2 stretches of pavement and just all of this filth just flowing between them, and then a giant pipe. It's taller than you are. You can walk in it upright.
All right.
Okay.
It is the open end of a sewer.
Ooh. As we start to walk into the pipe, I'm going to use one of my magical tinkerings for the day. So as an artificer, I can imbue a tiny non-magical object with a magical property of my choice. And there's a list of things I can do. But Dizzy basically keeps these like thingamajigs, and they kind of look like little bronze Rubik's cubes almost. And so you just got to know which way to spin them around. It's proprietary technology, don't worry about it. But she gives it a couple of turns, and then it just starts glowing with light. And so I'll just like sort of hold that up so we can see a little bit better into the tunnel.
Beautiful.
I got dark vision, but you know.
And as you do that, I will set up what will become the combat we start the next episode with.
Fight.
It's obvious it's coming, so I might as well tell you.
I'd just like to point out, before they entered the sewers, Jail took a few minutes to get changed into his track. He is not.
Please tell me he brought designer wellies. Has he got Gucci wellies?
Oh, we should have gone back and got like the wellies. Should have.
He does have a nice pair of wellies. They're not designer brand, but they are a very nice pair of wellies.
Not like Hunter's green wellies.
Yeah, exactly.
The Hunter's green. Yeah.
Other brands are available.
So, that's the end of our episode. I hope you've enjoyed it, and tune in next time for what horrors lie in the sewer.
Let's flip flap and make it happen.
Yay! See you soon.
Bye.